didn't realize you're all waiting on us. Honestly, I thought he was coming in first.
No,
I didn't
no.
realize he came in that early.
We're all good. There's no stress. That's just there if you need it for anything.
Yeah, this is tomorrow.
Yeah, and those are just results.
Yep. Got it.
Jim, thanks for taking the time to join us here this evening. Opening day here at Le Golf National is over, and just perhaps your thoughts from the day's play.
Yeah. I guess two tails. We got the momentum in the morning, out 3-1. Europe flipped it quickly and got some unbelievable momentum in the afternoon for 4-0. So two totally different, sides in the morning and afternoon. But, you got to look at it. We've played for 8 points so far out of 28. So the event's still pretty young. We've got one more team format tomorrow and then the singles. So, 8 out of 28. Pretty small percentage of this golf tournament being played. So right now I'm kind of, you kind of look at the two sides. If we would have lost both sides 2.5, 1.5, and this thing were 5-3, we'd still be in the same place, but I'm sure there'd be, y'all would probably have a little different look on your face about how it happened. The afternoon going 4-0 is significant, but, we liked our 4-ball pairings. They did very well yesterday morning. We're sending those same pairings back out, as you noticed. And we will figure out the afternoon for tomorrow and try to do better.
Going to open up to questions straight away. Microphone 1, please, just to the right.
Jim, there's been a lot of concern about Tiger Woods. We heard he didn't play this afternoon because of back problems. CD's going out tomorrow. But is he having to be managed through this tournament because of his physical issues?
I have not heard that he's had a back problem, so that is I would say that that's not true. You'd have to ask Tiger, but no. I saw him out on the golf course. He said he was all good. I don't remember him having. He was actually out practicing tonight after the matches. So I think anytime Tiger, it draws so much attention. I think anytime Tiger doesn't play or maybe he stretches a little bit, it kind of gets a little hypersensitive that he might have a back issue. But I am not aware of anything like that, and I didn't get any of that information from Tiger or from my vice captain. So I don't believe that's true.
Just staying on mic 1 with you. And
Jim, not just the fact you lost the matches this afternoon, but the results were quite convincing in Europe's favour. Do you have any worry that foursomes format is going to present a serious problem for you tomorrow?
Well, here's the great thing about match play. In medal play, you can shoot 68 and 78, and you're down 10 shots, and you got to try to make that up for the next 3 days, right? In match play, you make a 10 on a hole, and the other guy makes a 3, and you only lose 1 hole. You can make that up the very next hole. Kind of the same thing in these matches. You lose 6 and 5, you lose 2 and 1. It's still the same result, correct? So we do have to shore things up, and I'm guessing we'll probably switch things up in the afternoon tomorrow. We've already kind of been thinking about that. Does it pose a problem? I think our guys. I think they'll respond. I really do. I have a lot of confidence in this team. I think that obviously it's going to leave a sour taste in their mouth tonight, and we're going to have to sleep on that. So we'll come back tomorrow, and I bet we'll be firing.
stay on mic 1, Karen, at the front.
Jim, Tiger and Patrick were the only loss you suffered this morning in the 4 balls. How would you assess their play together, and did you have any sense that that loss maybe was the first part of the momentum that led to what the Europeans did in the afternoon?
I think saying that led to the momentum would be maybe reading some things into it. I think they were in the 3rd match, right? This morning, they were in the they were in the final match. They were in the anchor. I didn't look at it as that was a big momentum boost, or we put 4 matches out. We try to put them in order that we're comfortable with. That we think the players will like. We went 3-1. I thought we had a lot of momentum coming out of that session. The fact that I think that Molinari and Fleetwood were a formidable team today. I think they both are very good ball strikers. And I guess what I have to say a lot about the afternoon, if you looked at the scores, I mean, I realize it's match play, but the European side played very good golf this afternoon. I mean, my hat's off to them. Every one of their matches was even par to under par on a pretty difficult setup in difficult conditions where the wind was blowing 20 miles an hour. So I realize our guys aren't happy about the way they played, but they also, we have to look at the fact that they did play really well. Don't take anything away from the Europeans. They played a great session of golf from top to bottom in all 4 sessions today and had some great ball strikers out there. So I don't look at one match in the morning being a momentum changer or anything like that. I think that, all in all, we had the momentum going to the afternoon. We just didn't carry it in.
Moving to Mike 3, please, in the middle.
Jim, given historically, or at least the last couple of matches, the U.S. record in the foursomes play, why do you think the disparity is there between the U.S. team?
With the wind blowing, I didn't quite hear the flap on the thing.
Given the disparity in the records between the foursomes play for the U.S. and Europe, why do you
Right.
think the United States seems to struggle a little bit more in this
I
format?
don't know. You turn it around, look in the President's Cup, and our foursomes record's really strong. There's a thought that, in Europe they grow up playing foursomes a little bit. We have a lot of experience in that format, and other than the fact that we didn't play our best golf today, I don't know today. We can look at things in the past about the way our pairings were placed, maybe about golf balls, the way we thought about foursomes, but I have a lot of confidence in our guys, and I think in the events in the Ryder Cups, some of them we've been successful in. We've had good foursomes record as well.
Staying on Mike 3, please, just next to him.
Jim, 2 things on Tiger with respect to him sitting in the afternoon. Was that always the plan? And secondly, given what he went through with the back surgery just 18 months ago about and all the golf he's played, is that something you sort of have to be mindful of throughout the course of this, given a lot of golf for him lately?
Well, it's been a lot of golf. I think winning last week was probably very exciting. Also, probably takes a little bit out of you. I felt like he could go 36 today, but looking at the groups we had on the course, I think that, you talk about momentum. I think the Koepka-Finau match was a really big momentum boost this morning, if you want to say that. That match was down most of the day and was able to flip and win one up and kind of lead off the Ryder Cup. I thought that was a great flip, and I felt like I had those groups out on the golf course that were playing extremely well. Kept them on the golf course and tried to get some guys in this afternoon that I also thought were playing really well.
Going Mike 1, just to the right. Thank you.
You mentioned you felt like you guys are going to have to shore some things up for the afternoon, for the foursomes. What specifically did you feel like wasn't going well today that led to maybe some of the higher scores for your team, and what will they have to shore up?
Well, I look at when I see in that weather on this golf course, I think you had a match out there. Sergio Garcia and Alex Noren were something like 5 under on the front 9, an alternate shot. I mean, they pretty much would have been leading any 4-ball match this morning with an alternate shot team. So you look at the way they played great. We didn't play our best golf. What happened? I think, what happens a lot in golf is the momentum. You start seeing those putts go in, you start seeing the birdies, you start seeing the blue numbers on the board. I think the guys press a little hard. I think they try a little bit too hard. I think they put a little bit too much pressure on themselves and didn't. That type of format's about executing and hitting a bunch of fairways and hitting a bunch of greens and putting the pressure on the other team. And Europe was able to do that better than us this afternoon.
So we have time for just a few more questions. So Mike 4 with Doug.
How much do you see a change in body language from morning to the afternoon, and how hard is it to kind of control the emotions when you have kind of a roller coaster day like this?
Yeah, I think absolutely 100%. You see a change in body language. I'm sure the Europeans' body language significantly changed to us, all smiles and boisterous and hugs and high fives. And I'm sure the looks on some of my players were not quite the happiest and dead opposite this morning. So again, what we all have to remember and the important message is it was 4 points out of 28 that we played for. We're not happy with it. I think we use it as motivation tomorrow. But it's significant, but it's a small percentage of the points that we're going to play for this week. And right now we're 2 points down with 20 left. There's time, so we need to talk a little bit as a team tonight, and I think hopefully come out tomorrow and rally.
Mike, 3 in the middle, Alex.
Jim, we watched the same thing you did, and there seemed to be some players that really struggled out there and maybe struggled coming in. Are you willing to sit that player or players throughout the whole day tomorrow if that's what's necessary?
We're making a game plan. We'll figure it out. I mean, we're going to make the decisions that are best for our team, and our players are all on board for that. You know, they want to have an opportunity and be put in position on Sunday to have a chance to win the Ryder Cup, and so we're all on board. We'll take a look at it. We'll also, take a peek at how the guys are playing out early tomorrow, and have some options in place, and midday we'll kind of make those selections.
And last question, Mike.
I guess
one.
the answer to your question, we'll see how it goes, and we'll do anything needed to try to put ourselves in position.
Mike 1, just at the front.
Figuring a lot of this might just have to do with wanting to get everybody out there, but I think people were a little bit surprised to see Phil play foursomes today, given his driving accuracy statistics and so forth. Could you talk about the thought process there? And
Well, he's got a lot of experience. Most experienced Ryder Cupper, of all time. I think his 4-ball record is a little better than his foursomes record, but I realize the golf course is tight. I realize you have to hit a lot of fairways. It's also a place where you're probably not hitting a lot of drivers if you're Phil Mickelson, and you're hitting a lot of 3-woods and a lot of irons. And, looking at his game, he's a very good iron player. So I felt comfortable. Bryson's a good ball striker. I felt comfortable putting them out there. They practiced a lot together. I've heard, I guess, some of the rumblings and been aware their scores were very similar to pretty much the best scores we had on the team today. So, I have all the confidence in both of those players, and I have so much confidence in Phil and his ability to take a young player like Bryson and help him out. And also, it's Phil Mickelson, major champion. He's got a lot of experience, and I put that confidence in him. And I'll be honest, I'd do it again. I have a lot of confidence in all 12.
Thank you, Jim, for your
Thanks.
time this evening.